Day 2, we're back with Max, and he's going to go over some of the techniques of how to get the proper foam incorporated into the milk and what you're looking for in your shot to get the good latte art.
Yeah.
What do you say, Max?
Yeah, definitely. So the foundation of all good latte art is starting out with the espresso and the coffee that you're using. Make sure it's fresh, locally roasted, kind of within 2-3 weeks at the maximum.
A little bit like spotted cow.
Yeah, something a little bit like spotted cow. I'll take good care of you. So, but yeah, you want to make sure that you have kind of a good shot that is going to take about 20 to 30 seconds to extract. You're looking for anywhere from 1 to 3 ounces of volume, or if you're.
And from our side too, we grinder. The grinder is important.
The grinder is easily the most important part of the equation.
Consistency of your ground coffee it's paramount.
It really is. Yeah. I can't overstate enough how important a grinder is. So it's more important than the machine itself, I would argue.
Yeah.
So having that equation taken really good care of, we can start moving forward into latte art and making sure that everything tastes really great. So what you're looking to do is you're looking to get some air added to some milk, which is going to develop a nice foam, and that's nice to drink through. It adds kind of a perception of sweetness of the milk. It breaks down some of the more complex sugars in milk to more simple sugars, which we can actually taste. And so we're looking to get that a nice, really tight microfoam with no visible bubbles and a nice, tight, glossy sheen.
Oh yeah, that's what we're looking for.
That's the
anyway.
good stuff.
Yeah,
that's the good stuff. So how you're going to start out is you're going to have some milk added to a pitcher, and you're going to try to get some air added to it, and that's the first stage, which is aeration, and then the second stage is integration. So you're going to try to take that foam that you've created on the surface of the milk, and mix it in the very best that you can. And each machine is going to be a little bit different. It's going to have kind of a specific sweet spot. I've found that for single hole tips, you can really get a really nice whirlpool by pointing straight down at the back of the pitcher at an angle, so something kind of like that. It's going to help spin the milk. But really there's sort of kind of that direction. You're going to get a whirlpool like that. So there's two styles there's 2 styles of getting a whirlpool going. You kind of have a horizontally spinning whirlpool, which is okay, but it's not the best because when you think about it, foam that you create on top is less dense than the milk underneath, and so it's going to float. And so when you spin it around horizontally, it's just going to the foam's going to stay up here, the milk's going to be down here, and they're just going to spin together. The best texture that you can get is having a sort of a vertically oriented whirlpool where it's going to spin in the pitcher itself, up and down, or you can kind of get a tornado effect where it takes and spins it down into the rest of the milk. That's what you're really looking for. That's going to give you your very best texture. So you want to start out, you're looking for that paper tearing sound. You're going to put in, I find a lot of people tend to sort of overdo the foam. They think that a cappuccino or a latte is supposed to be really, really thick and foamy.
Well, if you're for art, you don't want to overdo it.
Yeah, definitely. And even with a really well-textured cappuccino, you can still have a traditional third of foam, but it just is really well mixed. So you can still pour art with it.
It's going to taste good.
Yeah, it's going to taste really good. So you don't want it to be too thick and foamy, but you also want to make sure that
and you only want to fill it up to the bottom of the spout here.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you got to have foam room.
Yeah. So an easy way to pick the size of the pitcher that you need so you take whatever drink size that you want. And whatever pitcher size you have. And so the maximum amount of milk that I can use in this pitcher, this is a 12-ounce pitcher, so I divide that size in 2, so I get 6, and then plus or minus 2 ounces. So I can steam anywhere from 4 to 8 ounces of milk in a 12-ounce pitcher.
Gotcha.
Or in a 20-ounce pitcher, you can divide that by 2, you get 10. You can steam between 8 and 12 ounces of milk in a 20-ounce pitcher. It's kind of a really quick equation
in a commercial setting, when they have these 32-ounce pitchers in that, are they just doing multiple drinks, one right after the other?
Yeah, sometimes there's some techniques that you can use that we call batch steaming, where you can texture and steam for multiple drinks at once if you have them all ready to go.
Gotcha.
But
I was just curious on that note.
Yeah, totally. If you go to a shop that has 20-ounce beverages, 32-ounce pitcher is going to be your best size for a 20-ounce beverage.
Yep. That's a big beverage.
It really is. Yeah, that's
talk about
pretty
caffeine.
big. Yeah. So you definitely want to I'd always recommend staying on the smaller side. It keeps the coffee more present in the drink, which at the end of the day, when you're making a latte, that's what it's about. But so let's work on some of the actual steaming. So we'll add some milk, and for a 6-ounce drink, which is what we're going to be kind of steaming for, we're going to go a little bit below the spout dent on this.
Okay.
All right.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, go on ahead. So if you want to go ahead and try to give it a shot, and we'll see where things are going. There we go.
Okay.
Purge the wand. So that was great on the foam right there. Now it's just about getting it all mixed in. All right, try not to add too much more air there. There you go.
I don't know if it's mixing it properly, is it? I know it's
No,
going
it's
around.
kinda staying up on top. It's getting that floating thing going.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, not so hot. I call that a D.
That's all right. We're gonna wipe it off and try it again.
Gotcha. Well, let's do it again. See if I
It
can.
sounded like it might have been a little warm too.
Yeah, I think it was too.
Yeah.
I was trying to incorporate and
Yeah.
went way too long on it, I believe.
You got a little milk left on the wand there too. You might want to.
What was that?
Just
Oh,
a
on
little
the
bit of
wand.
milk
Yeah,
left
I
on the
see
wand
that.
there. Yeah.
Jeez.
Important to take that
I
off.
was
No,
like,
no
I
worries,
know
no
it
worries.
is.
Sometimes your towel's not wet enough or something like that. So
That's what it is.
not a big deal.
It's not wet enough is right. Okay, let's do this. That could, you know, these are anti-burn steam arms, but that doesn't mean that
Still
you
get
can-
healthy
yeah.
hot, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love it. Great. That's good there. If you lower it just a little bit to get the tip closer to the surface, it'll help spin it back around. There you go.
That's hot. That's about like the last one.
Yeah, it
I
didn't
would
sound
say.
quite as hot, but
No, it's not quite as hot.
you
But
got a D
it's
plus on that. Your texture's a little
a D
better.
plus. Okay, one
No.
more. Let's do one more.
All right.
And we got plenty of moo here.
Yeah, that's right. Wonder if it. Yeah.
Yeah, this machine is, you know, this has a
There you go,
powerful
perfect.
steamer. So, I was working on a La Marzocco GS3 the other day at one of our shops, playing around, and that thing was fast.
Yeah. I know it's fun. At work, I work on a linea, and I can steam 6 ounces of milk in about 6 seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah, one of the big things is just finding the sweet spot on your particular machine. So sometimes you can just take a clean cup of water, like a clean pitcher of water, and just find out what position circulates best.
whoa, all the steam wasn't on. There we go.
Yeah, that helped.
Yeah, it
Helped a
did,
lot.
but geez. Still got bigger bubbles. It looks grainier.
Yeah, it's still a little grainy.
Okay, well, we might just have me practice a little bit more.
Sure, yeah, that's a good idea.
While we're hanging around just playing with coffee, and then we'll get into it again. Ouch. Hot stuff.
Yeah, I'll get that towel a little more wet.
It's good. We got it.
All right.
So, that was the technique, and you can see that I have a little more practice to do, but hey, that's what it's all about. And
Absolutely.
as long as we have milk and we got Max here, we'll get it done. Sign up for our YouTube channel so you get notification for day 3, because we're going to be back with some more. Thanks a lot for watching.